And thank you so much for joining us on OTT. I'm Heather Myers, and here at CBS 8, we are working for you, getting to the bottom of some of the stories that you've asked about. San Diego has seen back-to-back storms since the start of the new year, and that's highlighted a huge pothole issue. In fact, right now, the city has a backlog of over 1,000 pothole service requests. So we wanted to know how fast the city can work to fix and fill them, and what you should do if you drive through one and damage your car. CBS 8's Anna Laurel hit the streets to find out.
Driving around right now trying to dodge potholes. My photographer Anne Marie is trying to do that now, but it's hard to do after all this rain. Let me take you outside. Look at all the holes in the road. So we asked the city today how fast they're working to fix these, and what should you do if you drive through a pothole and damage your car or even blow out a tire?
We're about to be all hands on deck. That's our MO right now, all hands on deck to fill as many potholes as possible.
I got this video from the city of crews doing just that after last week's heavy rain. I called the city to find out how many crews they have. Anthony Santacroce tells me there are 9 trucks, each with a 2-person crew to fill potholes around town. He says their to-do list comes from the city's Get It Done app.
We go out and repair potholes primarily in the order that they were reported, but also in consideration of location and severities.
Anthony tells me as of this morning, there were 1,100 open pothole service requests. The rain is to blame, and with more expected, stay alert. Be on the lookout for potholes in your way so you don't blow out a tire. So if you hit a pothole within the city of San Diego and it damages your car, take a picture immediately. You need to document it and send it into the city because they could pay for it. All claims must be in writing and include estimates for repairs. Send it to the city's risk management division and it'll either be approved or denied. The city's website says it takes on average 10 days for a reported pothole to get filled. But I asked Anthony about that since so many viewers tell me about potholes that seem to be on their streets indefinitely.
With 100 reports coming in a day, 1,000 plus open this morning, that average time is going to expand a bit. It's going to be longer than 10 days.
All right, back out here on Claremont Mesa Boulevard, we put the information for the city's risk management division. That's where you can send a claim. It's with this story on our website at CBS8.com. And here we are, working, driving, and working for you. I'm Anna Laurel for CBS 8.
Anna, thank you. Do have an update on the story we want to share with you. San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria says on average, the city normally has about 18 workers out filling potholes. Well, that number got bumped up to 150 workers to help get those potholes filled as soon as possible. He's still urging people to report the potholes that you see to the city using the Get It Done app. We've also been working to get to the bottom of big rate hikes on natural gas from SDG&E. We heard from so many frustrated customers saying you were just shocked at your January SDG&E bill. Well, now we are being told that there may be relief coming. Earlier this week, the power company announced that natural gas prices are now dropping by 68%. Hopefully bringing cheaper bills. CBS 8 Shannon Handy is working for you and asked the company why we are waiting for the cheaper rate.
That price drop will be reflected in your February bill. That's the good news. The bad news, I spoke with customers who say they're still trying to catch up from January when bills were the highest they've ever seen.
I think it's welcome news.
That welcome news, says SDG&E spokesperson Anthony Wagner, is starting February 1st. The price of natural gas is dropping by 68%.
The gas rate for our San Diego Gas and Electric customers went from $5.11 in January to $2.77 in February.
So what will that look like on your bill? Wagner told me the typical residential customer's gas bill is expected to decrease to $110 in February from $225 in January. This price drop is a result of changes in the market. By law, SDG&E sells gas for what they buy it for, but as a lot of our viewers have pointed out, natural gas prices have been dropping for some time.
Why didn't we see discounts prior to February 1st?
In the state of California, utilities buy their gas in certain windows. San Diego Gas and Electric purchases gas for the whole month at the end of the previous month.
In other words, there's a delay from when SDG&E buys gas to when they sell it to you. Wagner doesn't expect the price will jump back up in March since demand isn't as high during warmer months. Still, not everyone is pleased.
Does that ease any of your frustrations?
No, because I know how easily they can raise it again.
Margaret Espiritu is one of several CBSA viewers sharing their bills and anger towards the utility company. This month, the 90-year-old who lives alone on a fixed income is paying more than $340.
And what is it normally?
Half that. I feel like I'm being gouged.
Reluctantly, she plans to pay the bill in full, but there's a lot of people who aren't able to. I asked Wagner what their options are.
What exactly are you doing for those customers who can't afford their January bills?
There's multiple tools available. I'll start with the ones that are income qualified. So care customers can receive as much as 30% discount on their bill.
There's also state programs as well as nonprofits SDG&E is working with who may be able to provide direct bill relief.
We get that customers are frustrated. Customers that are struggling to pay their bill, reach out to us. We'll partner with you in a tailored solution, and you don't have to get through this alone.
If you'd like more information on those programs that may be able to help, just log on to CBS8.com and click on this story. Working for you, I'm Shannon Handy for CBS 8.
Shannon, thank you. There is more relief for SDG&E customers. Customers are getting $100 total in their credits on their February and March bills, thanks to a state program aimed at reducing pollution. If you are thinking about buying an electric vehicle, hit the brakes. We are working for your wallet to help you understand all of the complicated tax breaks for EVs. The Deputy Secretary of Energy made a trip to San Diego, and we asked him about it face to face. CBS 8's Abby Black is working for you to find out how you qualify and how much money you can get back.
Under President Biden's Inflation Reduction Act, there are new requirements for the electric vehicle tax incentives, and it can be difficult to navigate. We're working for you. The Deputy Secretary of Energy stopped in San Diego, and I asked him to help us sort through the provisions.
Deputy Secretary of Energy David Turk stopped at San Diego's South of 8 Technologies to announce that they and another local company, along with 10 other nationwide projects, are being awarded $42 million in grants to develop affordable and efficient electric vehicle batteries.
Your kind of vision is what is going to bring these technologies to scale across our country, be a leader throughout the world.
I asked the Deputy Secretary about President Biden's $739 billion Inflation Reduction Act that includes tax incentives for electric vehicles.
It is a little complicated in terms of this provision goes here, this piece here.
I read the fine print, and there's a lot of it. It can be confusing to figure out what EVs qualify. It depends on when the EV was delivered, what model, year, cost, and if it was assembled in North America.
When you go down to your dealer, the dealer will have the information and say you can get the tax credit for this model but not this model, and make it as easy as it possibly can.
But we want to help you go into the dealer armed with as much information and also not miss out on any tax breaks when you file.
These have a huge range of tax incentives.
I went to the IRS website and found that you can qualify up to a $7,500 tax credit, and now there's a $4,000 credit for used EVs.
Now, that is a big deal, and that will help make it more equitable. And as we get more EVs into the marketplace sold new, we'll have more used EVs, and then we'll have that secondary marketplace.
I also found that more EV models are being added to the tax incentive list, but as of now, it's only those that are assembled in North America. We also found on the California Air Resource Board that if you type in your zip code, it lists all the EV tax incentives that may qualify for credit.
There'll be more guidance coming out there for how consumers can take advantage of these credits.
These credits are a small piece to the large effort to make EVs accessible for all.
Which we hope to have a market and hope to make sure that we have EVs for everyone.
Before you file your taxes or go out and buy an electric vehicle, go to CBS8.com. There we've posted all the resources that we use for this story for you to navigate as well.
The city of San Diego has its sights set on Convoy Street in Kearny Mesa for its next round of bike lanes. But with that comes the loss of nearly 300 parking spaces, drawing mixed reaction from people living and working in the area. CBS 8's Brian White hopped on his bike as he looked into the plan.
I gotta admit, biking here along Convoy Street doesn't exactly feel safe without any real bike lanes to protect you from passing cars. But soon, the city plans to change that.
You really can't go on the street here with the way traffic is.
Potholes and cracked pavement make biking a treacherous venture here on Convoy Street.
It's bumpy. I mean, these roads they probably need a fresh coat of pavement or something.
That's what the city tells me it's planning to do over the next few months. And while they're repaving Convoy, they'll be adding bike lanes too. They showed me this rendering of what the layout will look like.
They might be trying to widen the sidewalks a little bit more for more walkability. And then we're going to have basically a bike lane, a protected bike lane, which eliminates the parking.
The bike lanes would eliminate nearly 300 parking spaces along Convoy, which currently are in high demand. And some people around here gave me an earful.
I can't believe they would even put bike lanes in here. I mean, who can get here from a bicycle?
A number of businesses here along the Convoy Asian Cultural District are concerned about the loss of parking.
As a local and small business owner, that's definitely a little punch to the gut.
Christian Liang is owner of a restaurant, Common Theory, and he says even with an off-street parking lot, customers still complain.
Taking away parking spaces along the street and adding bike lanes is going to definitely exacerbate that problem even more.
Lauren Garces is with the Convoy District Partnership. She tells me they're working with the city on possible solutions, like replacing some of the parallel parking on side streets with angled parking, so they can fit in more spaces.
We're identifying roads with the city to know, okay, if we can add more angled parking to this area to mitigate that impact, lessen that impact of the parking spaces being lost.
Right now, the Convoy area is a really difficult place to get around as someone walking or someone riding a bike.
Will Radigan with the San Diego County Bicycle Coalition says giving people more options to move around Convoy other than cars will really transform the area.
By putting in bike lanes, by improving the sidewalks, improving road safety, you're going to give people an option to actually treat the Convoy District as a destination.
In Kearney Mesa, I'm working for you. Brian White, CBS 8.
And Brian, thank you. Remember, we want to work for you too. If there's something that you would like us to look into, just email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.